Hi folks, welcome back to Game Geeks. I'm your host, Kurt Wiegel. Today's episode, Rocketship Empires 1936. Folks, this is a very interesting game line that's very new. It's just getting started and it has a whole lot of promise, and I think it has the potential to be really, really interesting. Let me give you some background on this first of all. This game, which as of the time of this filming, has two principal supplements. One of them is this, and you'll notice this is in an original traveler-sized book. This is essentially a focus book on Spain. This is In Fury Triumphant. What it is it deals with one specific area of the world. We'll get to that in a few minutes. The second principal supplement is this. It is the gunship Betty. And it really details in some of the interesting background for this game and how you can really take some established World War II tropes and put them into a space opera game. Now, what is the game itself about? You know, I'll get to that in a second. I want to tease you with it because the main thing I want to tell you that I really groove on this game is it is systemless. What? What's that you say? Systemless? Sacrilege! What the guy has done, what the author has done, is he's had a fantastic idea for a game and has developed it very, very well, in my opinion, but has not wanted to marry it to a specific system. Because how many times have you gone, great game, but I don't like D20, or great game, but I'm really not into Unisystem, or wow, that's interesting, but I don't want to learn anything other than Savage Worlds, or BRP. Well, the advantage to this game, and it's something that I hope a lot of other small presses kind of take the cue on, is that it does not marry in any one system. It's a lot of background, and it gives you ideas, and ideas for how certain things should be, like what cannon should do more damage, what gun should be better, etc. But it really lets you fill in the blanks for your favorite system. Does that mean it's a little bit more work for the average game master? I'm not going to lie, a little bit. There's a little bit more background you have to dig into this then, and a little bit more sort of figuring out how you want your favorite engine to work here. But that means that if you just really love Cortex, which is the game that runs Battlestar Galactica and Serenity, and the upcoming Demon Hunters and Supernatural, if you really groove on that system, plug it in here. If you love Unisystem, ding, 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 ding. If you love Unisystem and you want to do a little bit of work to stick it in here, you can take any hard Unisystem, any full Unisystem book, put All Tomorrow's Zombies in there. You've got a great sci-fi game that you can just plug right in here. D20, plug in D20 Modern, D20 Future, bam, you're set. GURPS, same. All of these allow you to run this game with whatever you want. Now, enough of the engine, which isn't there, which I kind of like, as I mentioned. Let's talk about the setting. This supposes that sometime before World War II, we get off into space. And it is a space opera seen through the lens of a World War II war movie or action movie. So a lot of this is set up such that you have ships, battleships or submarines in space. You have the cluster that we're in subdivided according to different areas or different nationalities that hold them. So there's the big Russian section, there's Reich space, there's the United States, there's England, all of these areas that have different sections of space that they control. And World War II is occurring out there. So you now, instead of like in Hollow Earth Expedition, where you feed Nazis to dinosaurs, you now shoot Nazis with spaceships. And it has a very strong World War II sensibility, such that, as you can see in the gunship Betty, this looks like a World War II gunship. It just so happens that it has space capabilities, as opposed to only in the air. It has a very nice sort of World War II pulp era feel to it. I highly recommend this game if you're looking for a science fiction game that's a little bit different. It's not your standard swooping spaceships and blasters and ray guns. There are aliens, they're all fairly enigmatic, and it's not really set up for you to play aliens right at first. Maybe in the future there'll be supplements, maybe you can shoehorn them in, but this is really about humans and the human drama out in space, as I said, sort of seen through a pair of lenses, one science fiction, space opera, one World War II. This is a very interesting game. It has a whole lot of promise, and I'm really looking forward to see what else the game company, the author and the company comes up with for this line. You can buy these books as PDF downloads off of RPG Now or drivethrurpg.com. You can also buy them as hard copies that the author can provide to you off of the website, which is rocketshipempires.com. For Game Geeks, I'm your host, Kurt Wiegel. Good day and good gaming.